Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at what's in store today. So Conqueror came back in game a few days ago and I finally got a chance to play this today. So we're going to look at the rewards and also the first match that I had for Conqueror to see how this went. Now the nice thing with Conqueror is that it's separate to the Matriarch's Retribution, so you do get rewards specific for completing these tasks, and you can see there's quite a lot of battle points you can earn from completing Conqueror tasks as well, and you get mystery, legendary items and a few other bits like scrap material and gold. There's also rewards for completing a Conqueror match. Now I'm going in with my spam build that I've used before. This is my spam CC build. And obviously with Conqueror, the thing to remember is that your second main hand and second offhand will not be active. So I've ensured that the legendary gems that I want to use are in the correct gem slots for this as well, as we're obviously limited to just 6 legendary gem effects also. Now with Conqueror, for those that haven't played it before, the resonance is equaled out for everyone. So everyone enters this on a level playing field, and it means that resonance doesn't come into it at all. So even if you see someone with 10k wings, you don't need to worry because you're all given an equal chance in Conqueror. This is a non-resonance based PvP, so it's very much a skill based PvP. Now if you see yourself in this battle, as always, please drop me a comment and say hi. So I don't recognise many people from this match. There's a couple of players that I think may be on my server, but they're not people that I've played with or against before. So just showing you these names again. These are all the people that are in the battle. So yeah, if you see your name there, say hi. And we had a nice mix on our team here today as well. We didn't have too many of the same team, so that was quite nice. Now, we've got people writing that it's bots in this battle, so I don't know if they think that we're the bots or if they think the other team are bots, but clearly this is not a bot match. Those are proper names on both teams, and it's going to be interesting to see how this battle goes down, because if people are thinking it's bots, they're probably going to think it's going to be an easy win, and that might hinder us a little bit in this battle. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So as I mentioned, with this build, this is a constant spam CC build, other than the fact that I have also got Meteor. So this does freeze, but it also does a little bit of damage. I don't really like going into any kind of PvP with all CC builds or all defensive builds and skills. It's nice to have something that does a little bit of damage as well, just to ensure that you have maybe a little bit of a chance fighting back if you have people kind of on top of you like I do right now. Now that person obviously had a dot on me there, and that is what killed me, unfortunately. So far we've had 0 kills, 1 death, and we've taken 1 tower apparently. So yeah, let's hope we do better. I thought I'd ask who they think the bots are, because I was so confused by that comment saying that there's bots in the match. But yeah, definitely this was not a bot match at all. And yeah, they had a couple of fairly strong Crusaders. Some of the Crusader skills and also some of the Necromancer skills, you can always tell when classes aren't really that balanced with regards all having the same kind of damage from their skills, because yeah, it can be tricky in these kind of matches where you have specific classes that are generally stronger than others, so they might hit harder than others, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. So even though it is meant to be balanced and equal, there is always still whichever class is OP will always do better in these instances as well. Apparently I'm the bot according to the chat, so yeah, they'll be interested to see that when they find this video on YouTube, I'm sure. But yeah, let's see how the rest of the match goes. We're kind of not doing too badly at the moment. We are ahead of the enemy team, but things can go really quickly in Conqueror. Once that Sacred Guardian in the middle rises, if a team takes them down first, that can literally be the end of the battle. I've had it before where I've been on a team that's been ahead for most of the match, and then in the last few seconds the enemy team has taken down the idol or the guardian, and all of a sudden the match is over and the enemy team has won, even though our team was in the lead. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes down with this battle today. Now, apologies for my voice being a bit croaky. I'm actually filming this voiceover quite late in the evening. I've not had a chance to do any editing the beginning of this week. Obviously worked a weekend, and on Monday I went out with my friend as it was also her birthday. So her birthday was on Sunday, and of course my birthday is on Thursday, so we decided to go out for lunch together and celebrate. So I was out like all day on Monday, and then obviously working Saturday and Sunday. So apologies that content has been a little bit scarce for the last couple of days. I'm going to try and get back into it for the end of the week. And obviously I've got those crest runs that I'm going to be doing on my birthday or for my birthday as well, which I'm kind of scared to do. I think I'm going to be running about 70 crests in total, possibly 80. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully I'll get some gems that will help me with things like PvP, because at the moment I feel really weak, and I know that a lot of people are saying that Wizard is doing really well in PvP. I'm kind of loath to try the spam builds that people are using in PvP, simply because, as I've mentioned before so many times, playing spam builds on mobile is really, really difficult. Even this build that I'm playing, this is a little bit of a spam build, and a few moments ago you might have noticed my character was stood still. I was actually tapping on the screen, but it doesn't always register on mobile screens. When you are pressing on the screen, it doesn't always register where you're pressing or what you're pressing, so sometimes the skills don't actually materialize when you're clicking on them, and that can be a little bit frustrating. So we're at around 800 points now on our team against 600, and this enemy team is really strong. I don't know if it's just because they've got some good necromancers with decent builds, and also they've got crusaders. I'm not sure if that's, you know, if, again, as I've mentioned, if classes are currently the OP classes, I feel I wouldn't say they're exactly OP, but I would say the top classes at the moment are Necromancer and Crusader, especially in PvP. Crusader does insane damage in PvE as well. They're kind of like really ahead of everyone else currently. And that's been that way for some time in PvE, but in PvP they're definitely pretty strong. I still get disappointed with Wizard and the range of some of our skills compared to melee classes. I've said that before, I know. But yeah, in this build, I'd rather have the Electrocute as my primary attack. But obviously the problem is that Magic Missile has a greater range. Now, I wrote middle fast in the chat because the Guardian is active, and unfortunately none of my team was there because everyone was dead. So you can kind of see how this is going to go down now, because, yeah, just like that, they've taken down the Sacred Guardian, and now scores are pretty much neck and neck for the battle. So it's going to be really difficult to actually win this. So obviously the team that wins is going to be the team that gets to 1,500 points the soonest. And currently my team only has one tower as well, so this hasn't gone the best way it could for my first Conqueror match of this, not season, but obviously with it being back in game. I do enjoy this mode. I didn't used to. I think I've said that before. Like previously, I really used to hate Conqueror, but I've kind of grown to love this. So I do enjoy the fact that you can see if a build is working in Conqueror. I've mentioned it in previous videos. It's a really good mode to actually test your PvP builds out, because if you think your build is weak, well, you'll find out if it is when you play this mode. Whereas in normal Battleground, you might actually have a decent build, but if you end up with an unbalanced match, then you won't necessarily know that. I had that instance today. I was trying to test a build that I was changing some essences around with, and I just got a really, really tough unbalanced match in Battleground, so it was really hard to test it out. And unfortunately, when I was testing it, Conqueror wasn't even open, and I was testing that out actually after I filmed this video. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to test it in Conqueror, but I might do that and then make a video for that, because it is a build that I was hoping to actually share with you guys as well. But as I said, getting an unbalanced Battleground match isn't the best place to try and show you how a build is working. So you can see the enemy team is going to win this. They're about 200 points ahead of us now, which is kind of frustrating because we were doing so good at the beginning, but we're not able to take any of the towers back either because they're just pushing us back to our spawn point. So unfortunately this one was a defeat, as you probably predicted as soon as that Guardian spawned. Score wise we didn't do too bad, 12 9.88 there, or is it 9.8? I can't see, I'm too tired. But yeah, nice amount of assists. Sadly, a lot of deaths as well. But that is it from me for this video. Let me know if you're going to be playing Conqueror in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. We also got some nice rewards from this. I forgot to mention that. So just from one game, we got a few rewards there. So easy win when it comes to actually getting materials from completing this. But yeah, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Official Diablo Partner.